Shine Runners Racing Radio Show is dedicated to the fans, drivers, promoters, and most importantly, the families of local auto racing. Our mission and commitment is to help build, promote, and support the local tracks across the country.
Shine Runners Racing Radio up in the house for episode 8. AJ, how you doing, my friend?
I'm doing good, man. Doing good.
I tell you what, we took a little bit of time out, man, and in respect for Mr. Lamb passing away, and back in action here tonight as we get ready to go down. We've got all kinds of cool stuff coming up tonight. Is my favorite part, mail time. That's right, Beer Nuts has sent us some mail time. And sporting my Jegs Mail Time shirt that we got from Jegs.
Thanks to those guys for hooking us up.
And something else on the hookup tonight. Do you want to talk about it a little bit?
Yeah, man. I want to give a big shout out to Jinx. I'll let you talk while I get this going on. The food tonight
Jersey
has been
Mike's.
provided by Jersey Mike's. Man, tell us a little bit about your sponsor.
Well, they're new into wanting to do any kind of sponsoring into racing, so I was happy that they picked us. We've been trying to put ourselves out there, and we've been to a lot of events, and they're helping a beginning racer start. We're kind of both brand new into this, so it's a blessing, honestly, and they're allowing us to do. We've got a May 18th. We're going to do a sponsor appreciation night out there at Jersey Mike's Boone Trail.
I've got a flyer, man. If you want to hold a flyer up, that'll be cool.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, we're gonna have some cars out there and bring the kids out. We're going to probably do like a beanbag toss and get kids some prizes and things like that. It's just a good event to show that we respect, what they've been doing for us and racing in the sport.
And that's cool, man. And we've talked before, promote sponsors. If you see that there's a sponsor on somebody's car, use those folks. Mm-hmm. Call them and say, hey, man, I seen that, you're sponsoring racing. Mm-hmm. And, even if you don't know the driver, just be like, I see you're sponsoring racing. I appreciate you, because in the long run, what's going to happen is it's going to come around double fold. Oh, yeah. That sponsor is going to want to spend their money with racing, keep this going, and that's an awesome thing, man. I always say, go out and spread the love and support them.
None of us would be able to do it without our sponsors. Obviously, Robert John Horn Powertrain Development helping me out with the motor, and it's coming. I got some pictures of it today.
Yeah, I see a lot of go-karts in here too. And a lot of race cars that come to Bellinger Signs and Graphics and get made up and ready for that winter circle.
Yeah,
Without sponsors, there is no racing.
You're right, man. So big thanks tonight going out to Jersey Mike's and Jinx with IR Racing, man. We're gonna be grubbing down on some subbage
hit us
tonight.
Up on Facebook, IR Racing,
and definitely go in. Is his name Joe?
Yes, Joe.
If you go in and see Joe over there at Jersey Mike's,
he's there.
Tell him appreciate it, Joe. Thanks for everything.
Hopefully he can make it to the race down at Lakeview this weekend.
Yep, and just want to send a shout out to our sponsors, man. Temple Mechanical, Raging Rooster Catering, A1 Portable Toilets, A1 Landscaping and Lot Clearing, Bellinger Signs and Graphics, Redline Speed Shop, Fast Tracks Mud Bogs, and C&M Pressure Washing, man, for keeping us here live tonight as we get ready to go. We got two great drivers, local drivers. We're staying local tonight.
We're staying local.
And, we're going to be talking about a little bit of legend car racing. This guy's actually, he's 3 podium, 3 races. Mm-hmm. So Tim,
I taught him everything.
Schrabrum, Sideburns,
Schrabrum.
That guy.
He's got it going on.
And a legend. His family is definitely legendary in racing, man. I mean, they're up there with the name Edwards. Zach Blackwell. We're going to have him on tonight as he put that number 17 in the winner's circle for the opening of the 50th anniversary down at Fayetteville Motor Speedway. So going to be good talking to Zach tonight with that Blackwell Landscape and limited late model. But at this time, ladies and gentlemen, we are, as we always do, we open up with a prayer and our national anthem. And just want to say, definitely, they laid Mr. Lamb to rest, but definitely keep that family in your prayers, that race team in your prayers. As well as Mr. Greg Kane. Heard that Greg had a heart attack, if I'm not mistaken, the other week, and I want to keep him in your prayers. And having a birthday today, Miss Tina Brinkley. Happy birthday, dear, but wanting to keep her family in prayers as she lost a member of her family to a drunk driver the other
Oh, my
day.
goodness.
Use Uber, guys.
Yeah,
If
Uber.
if you're gonna get out
Don't
there
be a
and
goober. Use Uber.
Uber.
It's worth the
Yes,
money.
if you're actually, because this child was a very young age, man, and he lost his life very early, and to somebody behind the wheel that thought they could get home. Use that Uber. It's cheap and expensive, and it's definitely a way to save a life. And also prayers for Wyatt Fisher. Wyatt's I think Wyatt's 3 or 4 years old, and he's got cancer, and they've been doing a lot of stuff for him. I've been seeing a lot on the internet. Don't personally know Wyatt nor his family, but just seeing all the stuff that's going on, and definitely want to keep him in your prayers.
Absolutely.
Tanya and Lena lost their grandmother.
All right, Mom, if you would, please.
Heavenly Father, we come before you with such grace and such wonderful love for you. Father, we just thank you for all that you've done for us. We ask that you continue to bless us with the prayers that are spoken and unspoken. Be with each person, be with each family member, Father, as whatever it is that they go through. We know that you make things possible for us. And we just ask all these blessings, Father. Continue to be with us. Keep us all safe, Lord, in this crazy world that we live in. Father, we just thank you and we love you for everything that you do for us. In your precious name, amen.
Amen. And at this time, ladies and gentlemen, if you would, please, as we get ready to do our national anthem. Start your engine. Oh yeah, good old national anthem, man. As we get ready to start our engines tonight, just want to throw a shout out to a couple happy birthdays in the house. Mama Swan in the house with us tonight. Happy birthday. Turning the big, what we got, 22 tonight? 23? 27? 47 and proud. 47 and proud. That's right, man. Also, Todd Bell had a birthday yesterday. Travis Yao as well. Today, Tina Brinkley, Mama Swan, and Dustin Watkins having a birthday kicking off today. So happy birthday going out to you guys and ladies out there in Facebook land. Man, I tell you what, you want to hit them commercials, and then we'll come back, and we'll go ahead and get in with Ryan Shabram.
Shabram. Oh, Bam Bam Shabram.
Shabram Babak.
This is Matt Tuberville, number 27 with Cable Racing Engines, TCI Motorsports. You're watching Shine Radio.
It's your job to put it in the winner circle, but it's ours to make your ride stand out above the rest. With full-colored wraps or die-cut designs, Bellinger Signs and Graphics is sure to put you in the eyes of the fans. That's not all. We do custom yard signs, storefront, and your everyday decal. Come see us today at Bellinger Signs and Graphics, 3392 Dunn Road, Eastover, North Carolina. Look at those parts to put you in the winner circle? Let Redline Speed Shop be your one stop for all performance needs. From straight strip to left turns, they have it all. Tires, fuel, and safety equipment, and that's just the beginning. Come by today, 404 Hope Mills Road, and get your win on with Redline Speed Shop. Coming back into action, ladies and gentlemen, here tonight as I had to catch up for AJ. He had a mouthful of Jersey Mike's over here. Good old subs, man. Big thanks again, Jinx and Jersey Mike's. Don't forget to support your sponsors out there. We're going to go down and talk to Ryan Shabram a little bit tonight and see what we can find out what's going on with the Legends world of things. I believe they're going to be running up again this weekend, right, down at Rockfish. Got the Legends coming up. So let's see what's going on with Mr. Shabram.
I hope y'all can't hear me crunching in this.
crunching. I'm about to play this sub like a harmonica.
Hello?
What's going on, man? Shine Runners Racing Radio here. How you doing?
Good, how are y'all?
Good, man. Good. Can't complain. Sitting here choking down a little bit of Jersey Mike's tonight.
Heck yeah.
Man, first off, we just want to thank you for offering us a little bit of time to talk to you and, checking out things, how they went down. First race of the season, you went down, put it down in the winner's circle there at Fayetteville Motor Speedway.
Congratulations, sir.
Good stuff, man.
Thank you.
How did it
Thank
feel,
you.
boy?
Oh, it felt good. It's been a long time coming, that's for sure. So it was finally good to go ahead and win. It was my first win too. So
Did
Something
it was
AJ
good.
won't ever feel is that first win.
they don't let them. They're trying to go off on a tangent.
You
here.
got your first win.
Yeah, congratulations, man. I tell you what, now you're
Thank
running Rockfish coming up this weekend, correct?
yes, I'll be there.
All right, you got anything for them?
I hope so. I always that track's a little difficult, but I think I'm finally figuring things out over there too. So hopefully we'll see what we got.
You got to keep your fenders on, though.
And
Yeah.
I've also heard through the grapevine you got a top secret tire person that's working your tires while you working them late hours.
Yeah, I do. She's stepping up to the plate.
That's awesome.
Now, man, when you get ready, running different tracks, and I know this is probably a dumb question to ask you, but are you having to do a totally different setup on the car when you're going from Fayetteville back to Rockfish to run?
Oh yeah, I mean, we run completely different size tires at both tracks, and one track is about half the size as of the other.
Uh-huh.
So I mean, it's like night and day going from there to Fayetteville.
So you're having to change up your game, but that knowledge, of being behind the wheel of what you're going to have to do, it just falls right into place when you hit the clay.
Yeah, I mean, it's hit or miss. It's just a pain because there's two tracks 10 miles apart, and it'd be easier to have two cars. Truthfully, you got to change so much on them.
Oh,
Yeah.
But
Now y'all have it. Do you
that's
also
all part of the game.
do you also run asphalt, or are you strictly dirt?
Mostly dirt. I've ran one asphalt race 2 years ago over there at Carteret County, and I don't know, dirt to me is just a lot more action-packed.
My daddy could tell you all about asphalt. He went to Charlotte, come out of turn 4, and went straight into the wall. First lap.
Oh, man.
It was a good
Dang.
job. It was a good job. We're really proud of him on that day.
Man, how'd you get involved in racing? Was Legends your first car, or did you kind of always been involved with it? I saw you're good friends with the Taylors and stuff.
Well, yeah, I used to drag race, actually, about 5 years ago, and I started helping out the Taylors on their modifieds for a few years, and finally I said, you know what, if I'm going to be out here, I'm going to be driving something, and Legends class, it's affordable. I can do it. I can go to the track by myself. I don't, it's a small car. I can move it around, do what I need to do to it, and it's just a good competitive class,
Who, for someone looking to get into Legends, what would be maybe some tips that you could give them if they were interested in racing that class?
Truthfully, if you start out with a good used car, you can get a decent car for $5,000 to $6,000 race ready. Run the same tires about all year. Basically, you get the car, and this group of guys we run with, everyone's more than willing to help out. Lead everyone in the right direction, and just go out there and have a good time.
Yeah, and that's another good thing about those cars, Rooster, man. With the motors, you can get upwards of over 50 races on a motor.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
Oh yeah.
I got like
Oh,
3
yeah.
on ours. Now are you looking at moving up any, or are you going to stick with the Legends, or?
As of right now, I'll just stay with the Legends, and if I did decide to move classes, the only other class I'd probably look into would be the Mod Lights, which those have caught my attention a few times, but
Now I know
other than that,
you had mentioned something about a Super Street or a Pure Stock at one point. You still thinking about that, or?
well, that's what I originally wanted to try out, but once I got to researching and looking into things. Just the Legends seem more affordable, especially for someone like me. And, you know, I'd hate to get in something else and not being able to afford to be competitive. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Now, speaking of, you know, being affordable and helping out, you got some sponsor. I know Amstel has been on your car for, you know, for a while now, man. You know, tell us a little bit about Amstel Trucking.
Oh, yeah, Amstel Trucking. Hope Adams, he actually owns the company, and I've known him for years. He's basically like a second dad to me, and he actually has a few late models out there. The neighbors, Timmy and Scott Neighbors, drive those cars. He's got a 600 Sprint car with the 93. He's been on the show, Matt Carr.
Oh, yeah.
That's one of Hope's cars, which, you know, Hope, he loves racing, and he enjoys, you know, helping us out and, you know, giving it what he can.
Another sponsor that I've seen that you've got's been on a few, and actually a sponsor out there at Rockfish, that's the Scott Service Company, man. Them boys have been around racing a long time.
Yes, they have.
Oh, yeah, they love it. It's in their blood, that's for sure.
And Bobby Taylor Oil on that car as well.
You got to have both.
Mm-hmm.
So
Oh, yeah.
good stuff.
I grew up at the Taylors. They're good people.
And Jordan actually put his car, his open wheel modified, in the winner's circle.
I think it was down at Lakeview, wasn't it?
Yep.
Yep, that was his first time down there, and it was nice because his dad used to run that track. So
I've heard a whole
brought back memories
lot
for
of
them.
good about Lakeview. Like everybody I've
Smoothest
talked
track
to
in the
has
Carolinas.
talked about Lakeview as it, you know, a great program they got going on down there.
The track is unreal.
Mm-hmm.
So, and you're looking at racing this weekend, right?
Yes, I'll be out there.
Making it another podium finish, hopefully on that top. So this is 3 podium finishes in a row for you. It's good stuff.
What would you say, because I know what my answer to this question is, but about running Rockfish, what's the hardest part about running Rockfish?
Rockfish is a small, tight track. The hardest part is passing. If you don't start out in the front, you know, it's hard to pass someone there without touching them, put it that way.
Well, I tell you,
It's
my
such a
hardest
tight
part,
track.
I get wore out when I race there. I mean, you are working when you race at that place. I know about lap 10, I'm looking for a caution I can get a break.
A lot of people don't think about it, man, but it really does take a lot. I mean, you really have to stay fit to race car. My poor little son, man, I bought him one of the sissy straps because after about 10 laps, his poor head is laying on his shoulder, bro. It'd wear him out. And I know when I was racing opens down in Florida, I was about 3 laps in praying for a caution or a can of corn or something like that. Something had to happen.
Exactly. It gets tiring out there, and people don't understand that, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're definitely it's by the time you get out of one corner there, you're going into another. But it is a really fun track to race, man. It's action packed the whole time. You don't really get a straightaway to kind of relax any at all.
Kudos to Rockfish too. Man. You can go there. They open the gates about 3, usually done by 9.
Yeah.
Or by 10, you know, back
They
in the
keep
house.
the show rolling for sure.
Yeah. Bill Dobier, Doberman Pinscher. He's a good guy. Yeah, sir. So, you know, as far as 2018, what is your main focus? Are you looking points? Are you just looking to get as many wins as you can get? What's your 2018 focus?
Well, as of right now, I'm just going to run both tracks and kind of see where it takes me. And, you know, I guess we'll go from there. Hopefully make all the races and finish all the races. That's the main goal.
Yeah.
You might come home with 2 championships this year.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, wouldn't it?
What? Tell us a little bit about. Was it intimidating to see AJ on the track,
Oh,
or
Lord.
did you?
I don't think he ever saw it.
Did it
Yeah,
really?
he was
Right.
Let's just go ahead and get that.
It
Let's go ahead
didn't
and
bother
hit
you that
He
much?
was out there about 2 times, I think, the whole year.
There you go.
They give me.
But
they give
AJ, he's
me
a good
hell.
driver, that's for sure.
That was his farewell tour, just so you know, because we ain't never going to see him on racetrack again.
We
As
have
I
to
say,
get-
I'm waiting for him to show up in the open wheel.
Oh,
You
Bo,
see-
you can go ahead and hang that up. That's
You
a
see
show
what I have
car.
to deal with here, Shabbat?
No, that open wheel's coming, man. It's coming. I believe
That's
me.
a show car. You'll see that down there at the mall or something when we're advertising racing and stuff. That's about
Well,
all.
hey, and if it is, you just make sure you're there taking pictures.
Pretty soon.
Dang.
Well, buddy, thank you again so much for allowing us time, you know, to talk to you. And is there any way folks can look you up if anybody's looking? And definitely, if anybody out there is looking to get their name on a car that is no scares away from the winner's circle. He's put it in there this year already. I guarantee he's going to be putting it back in there. How can they get in contact with you?
I mean, they look me up on Facebook, Ryan Shabram. I mean, I'm on there, you know, at least a few times a day. So
Awesome.
Cool stuff.
Well, we're definitely congratulations on the win, man, and I'm proud of you,
Appreciate
buddy.
it.
You worked really hard. You're probably the hardest working one out there in the Legends class, man. I know you really do put in a lot of hours, and I was glad to see you win.
appreciate it.
All right, buddy. Well, good luck.
Thank you.
Take care,
Thanks,
bud.
man.
All right, bud.
All right. Bye.
And those are cool cars, man, because they a lot of, well, all the Legends look like old vintage cars, just like they got a little shrunk.
That's probably
shrink
the best
wrap
part
on.
about the whole class. They got so many different body styles out there.
Yeah.
They're the same size, but they all look so different.
Now, as far as those things on asphalt versus dirt, are you turning the same speeds, or is it ripping?
No, I think you're actually you are quicker on asphalt. I did go
Oh, yeah.
race Wake County and Southern National when I first got the car because I was strictly going to run asphalt. But it's a whole different ball game when you go up there, man. I mean, everything has got to be
Grip.
perfect.
You got to
I
have
mean,
grip.
Yeah, and it's that. Well, they're still because the power to weight ratio on them is
There's
so
nothing to
high.
it.
Yeah, I mean,
What do
it's,
they weigh?
I don't
Average.
even remember. I think it was like 1,300 pounds we had to weigh
With the driver?
with the driver. I think. Don't
That's
hold me to it,
nothing.
man. It's been a
Yeah.
while since
Yeah,
I've
but
been
still,
out there.
that's
racing,
still
but-
nothing. There's nothing to it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and know you're on skinnier tires, but a lot of those guys, what they'll do, the thing about asphalt is they'll take those tires and they're actually a radial tire, but they'll take and have camber cut into the tire, and the tires that are the fastest are the ones where they cut them and you're only getting one race out of it. But there's also stuff that goes into it, like we were talking earlier before the show about prep and stuff. Bill Dobier just chimed in and says 1,300. I thought that was right.
Close.
But like I had to go up Saturday morning. I got there at I think 7 a.m. at Southern National. I had to get the car out. I had brand new tires, so you have to go out and you have to scuff them in, put them through heat cycles. I mean, it was just a pain in the butt. I mean, it's fun. It was fun to race on that track, but dirt is just. Once I came back and raced dirt, I was like, yeah, I'm good.
It's more
I
fun
just
on
raced
dirt,
dirt.
but at the same time, you don't beat up nothing on asphalt. Everybody
Well-
says, I got tire wear on asphalt.
Well, no, I don't know about that because if you daggone wreck on asphalt,
Well, see, that's the thing.
you
Is wrecking's
tore it
one thing,
up.
but if you don't wreck, you're going to have tire wear. You don't wreck it dirt, you're going to have suspension.
the good thing about
damage.
asphalt is you got it home. You really didn't have to wash it. I mean, it was clean.
Oh yeah,
So it was. My car was
knock
really
some rubber
beautiful.
off the front. And that's about it.
But
It sounds like fun. I remember Dad used to race them, and he did some racing down in Charlotte. Never had a chance to get on the dirt, though. Never raced dirt with the Legend cars, did you, Dad? Just when we went to sprint cars. But anybody, Mr. Bill W's on right now, and anybody that is looking to go to a racetrack this weekend, man, check it out down the Rock of Hope. Great place, Rockfish Speedway. They're going to be running the 270 sprints, the 600s, the Mod Lights, the Legend cars, and they got a new class that's a junior sprint class down there. It's like a 270 sprint chassis, but it's got the Predator engine on it, and they're doing
Lot
it for
momentum.
kids. You know what I'm saying? Fairly inexpensive to get in. I found one for $1,500, and slap a Predator on there, and they're not that fast. But the thing
It's
about it
momentum.
is,
After a few laps,
you
they're
get
up
your
full
kid
speed.
in there, you get them started in racing. You know what I'm saying? And not knocking go karts or anything, because I love go kart racing. But there's a seat belt and a roll bar around that sprint car. You know what I'm saying?
Make you
And,
a little happier about your kid.
yeah. So just
wife is anyway. I'm sure.
yeah, keep that in mind, man. Look up Rockfish Speedway if you're around the area. Great track to go to. Home by 10 o'clock usually, and a lot of great racing. It's $10, I think, to get in the gate down there. So fairly inexpensive.
Not to mention you hear Mr. Larry Long up there.
Yeah, and Thomas White's supposed to be down there again coming up. So, old Thomas, man. Whoo, Thomas. Thomas is something else. But anyway, what you say, you want to go and get in contact with Zach, or you want to take her to a commercial and come back and go
You
to
just
Zach?
let me know. I'll press the buttons. Bye.
I say let's go ahead and let's go on down to Grace Creek and see these guys. Mr. Zach Blackwell coming up next for you.
Enjoy this Verizon ringback tone while your party is reached.
Oh Lord.
We're going to have to talk to him about that
Oh,
ringback
this
tone.
is fancy.
Hello.
That's a fancy ringtone you got there, driver.
Beethoven.
Yes, sir. How you been doing, man? Shine Runners Racing Radio and the House Rooster with you. Man, I tell you what, a lot of great things coming out of the Blackwell compound. You're picking up your win down there at Fayetteville Motor Speedway. Congratulations.
I appreciate it. We've worked hard over the winter, and we had a little bit of rough luck when we went to county line the first race, but it paid off for
following weekend when we come back, we finished third down there at Lakeview and then won at Fayetteville. So hopefully we can keep it up.
Yeah, that was a good two podium finishes in one weekend, man. That's good stuff.
And man, you've been racing.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Nah, you good. Go ahead.
Your family has obviously been around racing for a long, long time, man. But tell us a little bit how you got started. Man, I remember watching when they had what was it, the Young Guns class back in the day?
Yeah.
I remember when
Camaro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about how you got started in it.
They started the Young Guns class, and Jimmy Ray actually had a Ford Fairmont that his wife used to drive a long time ago, and him and Daddy got to talking, and Daddy went and picked the car up and brought it home, and Daddy drove it all around the backyard and killed every mosquito in Grays Creek out here with it. It smoked real bad, and we put some no smoke in it and took it out there that Saturday and run it, and man, I've been in love with it ever since. I thought it was a lot of fun just working on them, but when you get to drive them, that's a whole different story there.
That's when the fun part really kicks in.
And you know, talking experience from a wheel man, every time we see you, man, you're in something different. I mean, you might be in a Champ Karts weekend, you might be racing Legend cars next week, you're in the limited late model next. I mean, you're pretty much a wheeler of just about anything.
I don't know about the wheel man part, but I'll definitely drive anything. Daddy always picks on me and says if it's got a tire on it or a steering wheel, I'll drive it, and that's about the truth. I love to race, and it don't matter what it is. I'll sit in it and drive it if I got the opportunity to.
That's right. And
it's addicting.
You know, you being Timmy's son, Chris's nephew, you know what I mean? That you've seen them guys grow up through the ranks of racing. And you know, being a child and watching them guys out there on the track, and now you're out there continuing the family name and doing all that stuff, man, it's got to be a pretty cool feeling. You know, you roll back into the pits and your family's there waiting for you to get back and all. That's an awesome feeling. Got to be.
Yeah, it definitely is. Like I said, we're a real close family, and you know, we all support each other, and they definitely support me, and you know, it's real fun, especially now. I've always grown up wanting to drive a late model. I mean, that's just been my dream, and then to go out there and to be able to win and be competitive with a lot of the guys that I've looked up to and run against, and especially my uncle. I love when I outrun him because I've watched him so much and admired his driving, and so when I outrun him, it makes it even more fun. But yeah, it's definitely you know, a great feeling when you get back, later. You know, and the whole family's there.
Yeah, I was going to say there's got to be some ribbing going back when y'all get back to the shop on Monday.
Oh God, it's horrible. When it's just me, Daddy, and Chris here, it is horrible the trash talk that we do to each other around here.
He's gonna put his daddy on a farewell tour for the 20th time already.
Yeah, he's been gonna quit for the last 10 years, but you know, I told him I'll keep picking him up and putting him in the car when he gets old enough to do that. I have to do that.
Now, how in the world did you end up with a yellow car? I thought it was nothing but blue and orange coming out of that compound down there, and you just spring yellow right on top of everybody.
Well, I know a lot of people seen it, but we went to the World 100, and Brandon Overton did the Randy Weaver tribute car, and that's one of my favorite cars of all time, that yellow car. And I tried to resemble that the best I could, but we didn't want to replace all the blue decking in it, so Jimmy Schultz at Dirt Rap, he put his own little touch on it, and I'm in love with it. And Chris always picks on me because I change my decals every year so much, and he sticks to the same old stuff. But I told him, I said, I think I finally found something I'm going to stick with for a little while at least.
Right. It's definitely a beautiful car, man. Tell us what you got going on, what's coming up next, where are you racing at next?
Well, we had a little bit of issues with the Fuel Series race last weekend. Fought a couple technical problems that we got, and we're trying to get all that squared away. And we ain't sure if we'll make it anywhere the weekend, but if we do, we'll more than likely go to Lakeview because Daddy's wanting to go back with the modified deal, and then you know the next weekend we'll be at Fayetteville. So if we don't make it this weekend, we'll be at Fayetteville definitely.
Good deal. Racing Ryan, do you have something?
Yeah, I was going to ask. You're going into turn 3 on the last lap. Chris out front, you second. What happens?
We're gonna bring it home second because if I tear him up, I got to fix it. So that's how it works around here.
I'm sure if you had a chance to make that last lap dash, you'd do it though. You got Blackwell in your blood, buddy. I know your family.
If I could pass him clean, I would definitely try to pass him clean just to rub it in his face when we got home. But as far as having to move him, nah, I ain't going to move him because it all comes out of the same account around here.
Yeah. Now, I see that you got Blackwell Landscaping, Blackwell Construction on that car, also Bobby Taylor Oil. The Dirt Wraps is on that side as well. Man, tell us a little bit about these sponsors and you know, because we're all about the promoting the sponsor part of it. And you coming on tonight, it's awesome to be able to talk to you, but also to promote those folks that are keeping you on the racetrack. And tell us a little bit about these businesses that keep that thing going.
Yeah, well, Blackwell Landscaping, you know, of course, that's us and the construction business. Chris and my dad, they build a few houses a year, and we ain't really pushing it a whole lot anymore, but we still can do it. And Bobby Taylor Oil, David and them, they've come on board this year and helped us out a lot with some gas and some stuff like that. You know, we got 4 cars this year, so it gets a little tough. So luckily they've helped us out some. And Brad Puryear, he builds the motors, and he does a fine job on them. I mean, you can't beat the horsepower that he makes. And Dirt Wrap, Jimmy, we were his first customers when he's been in business, and we've pretty much stuck with him ever since. I've kind of sidetracked with him a little bit. I've always ventured back to him, and but we got a great few sponsors that we do have, and I appreciate every single one of them.
Yeah, man, that's awesome, bud. And if y'all get a chance Sunday, hope to see y'all down there at the Vander Civic Park. We're doing the good old days of dirt racing family picnic. Going to be 2 o'clock to 5 o'clock, and that's right there downtown Vander. You can't miss it. Stop if you pass the blinking light, you've gone too far.
Yeah, I talked to Uncle Steve. He said he's definitely going to be there with y'all, so I'm sure I'll probably ride down there and hang out with him a little bit.
Well, as soon as this lady here having a birthday hears that Steve Odom's definitely coming, that'll be a present for her. Felicia Swan is one-time Steve Odom fan. You hear me? It's always good to see Steve.
Wild man will be in the house from what he told me over here Saturday. So
Daddy said Steve Odom, if he don't tear the car all to hell, he has no chance of winning.
You got that right.
Yeah, he said. Daddy said if he just ain't running right, just go right on down there and rip the fender, slam off the car, and they'll put it up front.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Good stuff, man. Well, we've seen you a lot around the racetrack. I mean, a lot around the go-kart track, too, and seen you in the winner's circle in them legend cars. So have you got plans to race them this year? Is it just whatever weekend, you know, you're going to roll the dice, that's where you're headed?
Well, my go-kart deal, that's kind of something I try to do on my own, and I usually just play around with those when I'm not racing my car. I ain't very good at the go-kart deal, so it makes me look bad when I go down there and I run dead last. But the legend cars, Billy Gomez, he's actually asked me to drive it again this year, but it's always we're a little slack on some help around here, so most of the time I need to, you know, kind of sacrifice the time if I ain't racing to helping Dad or Chris if they are. So it's just all kind of how it plays out with that stuff, but, you know, definitely the car is the main priority around here.
Right. Well, man, if there's any way somebody can get in contact with you, how can it happen?
You can just shoot me a message on Facebook, and you know, I 90% of the time I'll respond right back to you.
Awesome, man. Well, we look forward to watching you the rest of the year, man, and congrats on that win. And we know we'll see you out there at the racetrack, and hope to see you Sunday at the Civic Center or Vander Civic Association.
I appreciate it, guys. Thank y'all for having me on.
All right, brother. Thank you so much. And that, ladies and gentlemen, Zach Blackwell, the number 17 Blackwell Landscaping, Blackwell Construction, Bobby Taylor Oil, limited late model. You see him out there. And like we were saying, man, he's drove all kinds of stuff.
Yeah,
you know, a lot of people that we get a chance to talk to, you know, they're like he said, they're in racing and they're a tight family. And a lot of times, I mean, we see that a lot in racing, man. A lot of families sticking together. when this thing.
And it was awesome too. I mentioned the Young Guns class because I remember when that first came out, and it was awesome back then to see all the guys that we grew up watching racing, their sons finally getting out there at Fayetteville. And
we were talking about that the other day, man, and because me and Chris used to play Matchbox cars, like you always say. If you didn't have clay knees and Matchbox cars in the dirt and you went to Fayetteville Motor Speedway, you weren't a kid. So me and Chris used to play when we was youngins. We raced slot cars together. We raced go-karts together. And, I got a little bit too fat to run anything else. But, now these boys is running big time, and it's cool to see that, man.
And it'll keep going, too, man. They're little boys. Our little boys are
He made the comment.
out there.
Dad made the comment. He went down and saw Corey Blue. This is a name from the 1950s. Racing in the 1950s and 60s. Out Fayetteville and the old Fayetteville Speedway, and Daddy went, and Dad's been doing a lot of work for the picnic this weekend. He went down and shook hands with this man after 40-something years, 50 years, and he told him, he said, "Corey, you're the reason I raced, and I'm the reason my son raced, and my son is the reason why Wyatt's racing." And that's a lot of meaning right there. Really is. Just as your boys is, I know Blaze is ready to go.
That's what keeps the sport alive.
Talks about.
Yeah.
Family and racing.
Well, man, what you say? We'll go ahead and take us a commercial. When we come back, we're gonna knock out mail time. What's in the box, y'all?
That's right.
Mail time.
It's Matt Long, and I'm watching Shine Runners Racing Radio. Say that 5 times fast.
All right, driver blue number 14J. You're watching Shine Runners Racing Radio.
A1, your only stop for landscaping and lot clearing in the Fayetteville and surrounding areas. Specializing in commercial and residential, A1's skilled technicians are ready to meet your needs. Experienced in erosion control, landscaping, irrigation, sod, grading, demolition, and lot clearing. A1 is willing and capable of all jobs, big or small. Call A1 today at 910-858-0003 or email a1lotclearing@aol.com. A1 Landscaping and Lot Clearing. We take the work out of yard work.
Have those racetrack hot dogs ever made a second appearance? Have you scampering around like the last lap dash of the Daytona 500? Well, worry no more. With A1 portable toilets on your backside, you will have the best seat in the house. A1 portable toilets are a premier choice for all types of portable toilet needs. Construction sites, racetracks, events, big and small, A1 can handle them all. Contact them today at 910-484-5219 or A1portabletoilets@aol.com.
Woo! Coming back in the house, man. And one of my favorite times, ladies and gentlemen, mail time is fixing to happen. What's in the box? Just a little bit of what you can do for mail time. If you own a company or you have a racetrack and you would like to send in some mail time, 3392 Dunn Road. Mail it in care of Shine Runners Racing Radio, and guess what? We'll get it and we'll open it. We've actually got 4 or 5 boxes over there. I think we got AMSOIL. We've got more Jegs that came in, Brown Motorsport, so we got them coming in, you know. But tonight, and we're going to send it over to the Sasquatch because he got this one the first time for us, Beer Nuts. And, man, that's pretty cool. We got some pretty big companies. I'm rocking this Jegs shirt, come from Jegs. But here's our Beer Nuts box. Whatever you do, don't get no peanuts around Jerry Johnson's pits. Don't ever go around his pits, nor his shop with peanuts. You'll get ran
I don't know.
off.
I seen a chicken leg hanging out over there the other day, so I don't know if Jerry's getting soft in his older days.
But like we say, we're opening the box tonight, man. This is from Beer Nuts Brand Snacks, and they got all kinds of brand snacks. Peanuts, pretzel mix, honey roasted peanuts. As a matter of fact, when we were on out in Missouri, Montana, that time in Paradise in Alabama, we had all those brand snacks. Was killer.
We got cashews. We got in our house. We buy them constantly now. Actually, if you go in there to my desk, you'll see a big old bag of Beer Nuts sitting there.
Chocolate covered Beer Nuts. Party mix Beer Nuts. And, man, this is pretty cool. You know, we would love to do this for your company. Original peanuts. Look at that. original peanuts. And this is all coming from, Beer Nuts. Make sure you go down Beer Nuts brand snacks. We've been tagging them on the page as they are our mail time tonight. Go down, like their page, and buy their products because they are supporting what, Jinx?
Racing.
Supporting racing, man, and that's what it all blends into.
What we're looking for, people to support racing.
Cantina mix, boys.
Cantuna.
Hey, look, these right here for Racing Ryan and Swanee, these are sweet and salty. So when y'all get salty about me, this will make you a little sweet.
Party mix.
Party mix. That's for Rooster right there.
Yeah.
Good time, great nuts.
Got some koozie.
All
some
right.
stickers.
The old Cantina mix.
What's up with the Cantina?
Got a little car here.
Look, the Cantina look shaped like a little old beer bottle.
Yeah. Heck yeah.
I guess we just.
That just took a side swipe there.
Pass the little car
Fix that camera there.
Yeah.
Took a little hard left.
Good times and great nuts. Beer nuts.
And these awesome, man. Chocolate covered peanuts.
Hey,
and the
keep passing them. You
These
don't
are,
need no more. You're going to be a true fit.
Something about these chocolate covered peanuts, they're always a little bit bigger. Anyway, man, I appreciate that. Thank you, everybody. Beernuts.com. Great time, great nuts. Don't
Yeah, and
go
check
to
them out
Beer
on
Nuts brand
Facebook, too.
snacks.
Make sure you go to Beer Nuts on Facebook and like their page and tell them you saw it on Shine Motors Racing Radio because I got to tell you, they really are, it's going to sound bad, they're really good nuts.
And Kyle Craker runs.
Oh, boy, I missed that one.
Kyle Craker runs
Yeah, man.
for Beer Nuts. Tell us a little bit about him.
He rides for him. He's running a pro midget car now. He actually started a feature the other night. I think it was at Port Royal or somewhere, and he was starting right behind Rico or a row or two behind Rico Abreu the other night.
Nice.
So yeah, he's moving up. He's running for Bob East Racing out of Charlotte. So he travels around with them boys, and they run pretty heavy up north, Pennsylvania.
Pretty
That's
cool
Catalina,
stuff, man. Yeah, I'm gonna get on them.
Hey,
That's
boys,
some Cinco de Mayo
we
straight up
went-
right there.
We went around the table, but never made it back around.
I know. It's because everything stopped over there with Rooster. I'm telling
Right
you.
Well, yeah, I always make it start with Rooster. These cashews look mighty good, sweet and salty too.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah.
Look, he even uses my lines after I use them.
yeah. So that's awesome, man. If you'd like to get involved in mail time, we'd love to have your company's products. Send in a product, a sample package, a T-shirt, a hat, a koozie, whatever, man.
Sandwich
We'd love to
from
do it.
Jersey
And
Mike's.
also for tracks, man. I've been trying to put it out there, but if your track has a big race coming up, send us a flyer, and we can actually go ahead and we can put the flyer up, and we'd love to promote it for you. And it's 100% free, other than what it costs for that product, man. Good stuff, We greatly appreciate Beer Nuts.
This one's giving them a
Sometimes
hard
you
time.
just got to get in it.
Anyway, 3392, ladies and gentlemen, Dunn Road. If you'd like to get into the mail time, that would be great for you. Bobby, we were talking. Oh, it's Bobby. That's because I was looking over here at Bobby.
Bobby Jackson.
Bobby Jackson's going to be back. Raging Rooster Catering is going to be coming back in the house on next show.
Awesome.
So come on down, get yourself some chicken wings, fried corn, and looking through. We got folks from Georgia. We got Florida in the house tonight. We even have someone from France watching. That's some pretty cool stuff.
We've had people from all over. I think we even had
Let us
somebody.
know
in
where you come from.
England
We'll
too.
shout you out right quick.
We've seen
Let
it
us
from
know. Roll it.
Pennsylvania all the way, yeah.
Yep. So we're going to kind of throw it around tonight, man. Definitely wanting to thank our main sponsors, Temple Mechanical, Raging Rooster Catering, A1 Portable Toilets, A1 Landscaping and Lot Clearing, Bellinger Signs and Graphics, Redline Speed Shop, Fast Tracks Mud Box, C&M Pressure Washing. So, man, as we go down, AJ, what's going on in late models, brother?
Well, let me get my stuff right here. The World of Outlaws was at the Queen City Shootout, 10,000 win at Why Not Motorsports Park, and Old B-Shep brought that home on 420. The following night, it was 10,000 win. Billy Moyer Jr., he brought that one home. And want to say our thoughts and prayers with his family. His daughter's going through some issues and stuff. So keep them in your thoughts and prayers. The next race that they're going to have is Smoky Mountain Speedway. That's going to be the 27th, 28th. That one was the one that was postponed on the March 9th and 10th. In the Lucas Oil Series on April 21st, Davenport brought home the 12,000 win in Hagerstown. On the 22nd, in the Rumble by the River, 10,000 win. That was old Swanee's boy, Bloomer.
Say it again.
Yep, that was Bloomer.
He said,
Old
say
Black
it again.
Sunshine.
I knew you were excited
Spanked
when you
him.
heard that.
He
Blistered the field. Blistered them.
He ran good, and they'll be headed to Tri-City Speedway for 12,000 to win on the 27th. And then we had the Fuel Series here at Fayetteville, and these results, from what I saw on the website, are Penn and Tire results. But Ben Watkins brought home the win. Local guy Sean Harrell in second, and Robert Emery in third.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff. So that's what's going down there in the late model lowdown.
Also, I want to say thank you to Robert Klein Jr. He went on our page and said that we asked people what their favorite track and driver was. He said 710 Dragway was his favorite track. His favorite driver is Scotty Tyler, and he actually won last Saturday. So congratulations to Scotty Tyler.
Awesome stuff. Shout out, man. Picking it up, NASCAR news with Racing Ryan.
All right, so last 3 races, it's been a Kyle Busch show. He's won Bristol, Richmond, and Texas, I believe.
Rowdy Nation.
Keep it with Joe Gibbs in the Xfinity Series. Ryan Preece and Christopher Bell have won the last 2 Xfinity races. And yesterday, there was actually news, and it was officially announced this morning that Matt Kenseth was going to be in the 6, starting at Kansas.
Thank God.
He'll split the rest of the season with Trevor Bayne.
Good thing they don't have a B main in NASCAR because that's where he'd be.
Yeah. Sooner or later, I see him taking over that ride because Trevor Bayne. Never mind.
He'll be full time.
Yeah. In 2019, Ford will be changing over to the Ford Mustangs. Monster has announced it extended the sponsorship of the Cup Series until 2019, and Xfinity and Cup are headed to Talladega this weekend.
Awesome, man, dude. Check this out. I know it's been a little bit back, but how about Chase Elliott should have just kept his mouth shut about Harvick with that dent in the rear window.
That's how you get
and
fined.
I mean, then boom, he had one like the next race or whatever. They hit him for $50,000 fine. I mean, it'd take me 2 years to make $50,000, and they hit him with points, and he lost his crew chief for the race. That's what $50,000 fine, dude. That is
But that's
crazy.
a drop in the bucket to them, man. That's like they just stroked that check. That comes out of petty cash.
Yeah, but the whole thing, what I was saying was, he was the one that called in on the radio. Hey guys, you see what's going on with Harvick's back window? And I reckon it was just karma. You know what I'm saying? That just ate him alive. $50,000. Good gracious.
And he still couldn't win the race.
Yeah.
Sometimes the wise man once said nothing.
Yeah. Kevin Harvick, I think, he won 3 in a row, and now Kyle Busch, right, has won 3 in a row. So there's some boys going to have to get some work going because them guys are running.
That was a good race back
If you
at
let
Bristol.
Bush get on a roll, he's going to stay on a roll.
Really good race in Bristol. I enjoyed
I
watching
ain't
it.
seen that many passes for the lead in a long time.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that many seats at Bristol in a long time. 'Cause
Yeah.
There was a lot of them.
Well, that was what the day after the race was supposed to be anyway. And people,
But it used to, that place sold out. You couldn't even get a ticket for like a few years. There was a waiting list. And now they messed up when they started going to progressive banking and all this crap. And they just, I don't know. Anyhow.
Anywho, what you got, man? Some drag racing going on?
Actually, we got what is the Camping World Block Party, April 26th. The ZMAX Pavilion between 5 and 7. They'll have food trucks out there and games. And then we've got the NGK Spark Plug 4 Wide Nationals ZMAX, April 27th through the 29th. Also, if you can get up on the Facebook page, there's a $7 off coupon to get in. And then we've got what?
They got kids 12 and under there is free.
Yeah.
For that 4 wide.
I like how the tracks are doing a lot of that. The kids.
Could
10
you
and under, 12
imagine,
and
dude?
under.
I mean, I've been to Rockingham and I've had 2 wide, but 4 wide, dude. All that
That's
horsepower
a lot of noise
at
going
one
down
time.
the track.
Yeah, and if you've never seen that track in person, it's really awesome to see those 4 lanes. I mean, it's
especially at nighttime.
Yeah.
When the lane gets lit up going down.
I want to go watch the top.
It was cool to have Mr. Foisel. Did I say that right?
Foisel?
Mr. Foisel here. And actually, he
nailed it.
Yeah, he come down and was actually, in studio with us and talking about Charlotte and all the stuff going on at ZMAX, and it was great to have him. I hope he's got my big cowboy hat on because I haven't seen that yet. He said he was going to be wearing it.
We should tell him to wear that and then watch when it's on TV.
Yeah.
And see if we can spot him.
He said he was going to be wearing that thing, so I'm going to be looking to see if he's actually wearing it. Well, we actually tonight, man, Magic Man had to step out. They've actually got got his son playing basketball
Yeah, it's a
down.
travel basketball.
And so I'm going to cover a little bit of sprint news for our main man, Magic Man. Even though I don't know if he's still mad with me. He wasn't really talking to me there for a little while.
You must have done made him mad. He's kind of been salty towards you.
Sleason Grove Speedway returns April 28th, the 360 Sprint Car program. That's down in Pennsylvania. Rockfish Speedway will host the junior sprints, the 270s, the 600 sprints. And like I say, this is on the sprint level. They're also going to have the Mod Lights, the Legends out there. So y'all go down and check them out this weekend. That's down at Rockfish Speedway. And the Texas Outlaw Nationals. That's a 2-day birthday party celebrating the incept of the series. I'll be held at Devil's Bowl Speedway on April 27th and 28th in Mesquite, Texas. And on that very site, the series ran its first race, and we'll be running a $20,000 to win main event, man. That's down in the World Outlaws down there at the Texas Outlaw Nationals coming up this weekend. So if you're down in Texas, make sure you go check them out. A lot of good stuff to be coming out. In the karting aspect of things, want to send out the Young Guns report. John Marshall Fleck, 4 years old, ladies and gentlemen, going 2 in a row with a win at Tri-County and again down at Liberty last weekend. Braden Johnson picks up his 4th win in a row at Triple T in the Kid Kart division. And Farrah Morris won the red plate at Triple T. And let me tell you, buddy, she was moving, Jack, going down that back stretch. So congratulations going out to our Young Guns report. Down at County Line Cartway, they bring out Friday and Saturday night the Twin 250s coming down. And that's down in Jacksonville, Florida. Friday night gates at 6, Saturday gates at 3. $10 to get in for one day, or you can pay $15 and get in both days. And that's down in Jacksonville. In South Carolina, down at Southern Cartway, they got the series coming up. Come down and join up for the kickoff for the 2018 season and the 2017 championship's going to be going down the inaugural pit parking party. They'll have barbecue dinner followed by music, all kinds of stuff. Bring the family. It's only $5 to get in, so go on down to the series, and that's a cool thing they got. I don't know if you've tuned into the series. They got Turn 1, Turn 2. I think the last one's going to be down at Triple T Raceway, but they put on an awesome event. And that's at Southern Cartway down in South Carolina this weekend. A couple things that kicked up last weekend. Definitely want to go over the GOAT. Man, they had a great showing at Triple T Raceway. We had a great weekend last weekend, minus the just straight destroyed the go-kart. But we got it all put back together. And my daddy really showed me a lot about racing, man. He come in and I was done. You know, I mean, I was done. And Dad's like, man.
Don't give up. Get back in it.
And Terry Odom said the same thing. Terry come by and he walked in the trailer. He's like, man, that can be fixed. Get that go-kart out with the Nerf bar laid all in the motor. We actually had to literally pull the fins out with a screwdriver and stuff. But my dad got there, man, and we went off with a hammer, a big mallet, and
Persuader.
Started beating stuff up. It did. I mean, we even made it
with
to the
Hooters
show.
Girls stand out there, look good.
Yeah, with the
Wyatt
two
was
Hooters girls, you couldn't see.
Don't you be blocking my stuff up
Scars
now.
make character.
Well, you know, that's what Wyatt said, because I was like, man, we got to go do a promo Sunday for the military 22, the suicide thing. We wanted to go out, and I said, we'll just cover it with a banner. He was like, man, I want people to know I raced, Dad.
Yeah.
But we got it fixed, man, got back out in the main. Just wasn't our day. We didn't finish last, which is a good thing, but, we ended up going down. Just want to run you across the GOAT Series points right now. Braden Johnson's the leader in the Kid Kart class. In the red plate, two awesome drivers, Jaden Cordell and Farrah Morris, are tied for first place. Racing Hayes in Junior 1, Junior 2, Chase Williams, Junior 3, Connor Leffler, Amateur, Braxton Parrish, Clone Light, Glenn Evans, Clone Medium, Austin Baker, Clone Heavy, Andy Osborne, Clone Super Heavy, Randy Garner, Animal Heavy, Tommy Butler, Senior Stock, Andy Osborne, Predator, Brad Beverly, and in the Who's Your Mama class, and we had them out there, man, last weekend.
That looks like a lot of fun.
Them ladies was running down the front stretch, putting helmets on, neck braces on, and I really have to throw a shout-out out there to Terry Odom, man. They're doing a lot with that racetrack and getting their spectators involved. And in the Who's Your Mama, Cheryl McCoy got herself 2 consecutive second places, so she's actually in the points lead right now with those 2.
That's consistency gets you to the top and lead.
That's what it is, man. But Crystal Pate took the win, and she was moving. She got like a 12 or something.
God.
But really moving. And coming up May 26th is the next GOAT Series race down at Triple T. And if you have never been to Triple T Raceway. You need to go check it out.
It looks
That
like a good event.
Swanee telling Bo, the Thunder coming out of turn 4 is like no other.
It's something else to see, man. I ain't been in a go-kart race in a while. Last race one I went to was in Tar Heel, Bo, and I went to shoot that one. I think it was a Rumble or one right after Thanksgiving weekend, and man, it was something to see.
Yeah.
They've done a lot of good things down there. A lot of good points where I can shoot it. You know, that new deck, man, I love that thing.
Yeah, good stuff. The Max Daddy's coming up down there May the 5th, and listen up, guys. For those of you guys that you can't run with these big 38-foot trailer people. Not saying nothing bad about anybody, but if you're just a regular old backyard go-kart racer, they have got the series coming for you. Triple T will host the Backyard Series starting May the 12th. Gate fees are $8. It's like $10, $15 to race. Very inexpensive.
What is it, run with your bros?
They're going to kind of wet the track down a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And so tire prep is, unless you're wiping goat, it's... You know, it's a different story. But
I have to take my all beat up thing out there.
Yeah, but good stuff coming down there at Triple T, so check them out, man. And in the mud racing news, coming from our buddy 1900 Chad Sexton, there's breaking news in mud racing world. The owner of Piedmont Dragway in Greensboro, North Carolina, will be hosting some mud races, and a lot more details to come. So check that out. Going down, Chad's always talking about it, and they're pumping it up. Chad wants to get the whole, the good old days of mud racing back in action. Back at the Clash of the Carolinas, Jason Schmidt come all the way down from Michigan to show these North Carolina boys what they had to do to put in a win. 3.893 at Lee County Mud Motorsports Complex. Man, could you imagine? I'm complaining about going and breaking 30 minutes from the house. This guy come all the way from Michigan, but he had what it took to win it. So big congratulations going out to Jason Schmidt. Back to the basics mud bogs Saturday at 3 o'clock down at Thunder Valley Mud Complex in Nesa, South Carolina, and the 7th annual Spring Sling at Dennis Anderson's Muddy Motorsports Park is going to be coming up April 28th. Gates open at 11. Starts at 1. $15. Kids 10 and under free. And if you've never been down there to Dennis Anderson's place, man, what a show. I mean, they jump through campers and all kinds of stuff going on. But right now, the biggest question in mud bogging is where in the world is Bobby Boucher? And I'm just going to leave it right there.
He ran off with one.
You'll have to look that one up. It's in no way is Bobby Boucher affiliated with the 311 Speedway, but it's sad, pretty bad things. I mean, I hate to hear the stuff that happened, and I'm not really going to go into detail because I ain't going to drag stuff through the mud. But man, what a douche!
Yeah, no doubt. Well, going on to a happier note, I did want to give a shout out to Rob Drawhorn and Tabitha. They're on their way to ZMAX Dragway. Also want to give a shout out to Chip Johnson. He stopped by today and talked with us. Such a nice guy. He's going to be heading down there, and also the Longanies from right down the street as well. Be heading up there. So, and I want to say the Open Wheel Modified this past weekend, Andy Bowen brought home the win. Went back to his winning ways. I talked to Landon. He said they're going to try to head to, I think, Lakeview this weekend. And Mr. Smooth, Wayne Gray, brought it home third. And Landon told me, he said, Bo, that 88 ride was rolling. Said he was on his way.
Wayne is good people, Bo.
Yeah, Wayne is. So
really
congratulations to Andy and Wayne on the good run. I think Matt Crafton was working on the second place car or crew chiefing for him or something. I don't know. But watch out, that 88 might be parking it in Victory Lane soon.
I want to say, though, to throw something in there about drag racing coming up May the 5th. Let me get it right, boys. 12th annual Apple Chill coming back, baby. I think it's like D-Rock B, $1,000 to win, largest car club. Must have 50 cars in the club and all arrive at the same time. The Showdown, Kai Kelly and the Shocker versus the Short Dog Black Knight coming up. That's right, Fayetteville Motorsports Park. This coming up May the 5th, baby. They got $1,000 to win a big old booty. Did you hear me right?
Big booty.
Big old booty contest. The big old booty contest.
Is that sponsored by Bic Lighter?
You don't want to miss this. You got to head on down and check out Fayetteville
now,
Motorsports Park.
Is Willie wanting to know? Willie T wanting to know if TT's gonna be entering that contest.
Yeah, I guarantee. Hey, if TT will enter the contest, I guarantee you Willie will have one down in Jasper, South Carolina next weekend. But that's going to be something to see. Kai Kelly got his butt whooped by Birdman at Fayetteville Motorsports Park just the other day.
Bird poop on the windshield.
I tell you, that's what they were saying.
Hour and a half, if I'm not mistaken.
And man, we're seeing a lot more of these street outlaw deals, like grudge racing coming around.
But they ain't got
places.
nothing. And I don't know a lot about drag racing, but I can tell you who the man is, and they ain't gonna change my mind. What? Old Killing Time Racing, Stevie Fast Jackson.
Yes, sir.
He's a bad man. I'm just gonna leave it at that. And I like the way he talks junk too, and he can back it up.
They give each other hell.
Oh yeah.
It's good to see. You know, you don't see that in a lot of different people taking motorsports way too serious in some states. Them just giving it to each other, man. It really draws attention. Kind of like when we had babyface Dustin Watkins and Randy turn white. You know, I'm just messing with you, Randy. But anyway, you know, Randy was down the other day. Great guy. And speaking of Randy, Hope Mills Oil too.
Yep.
And this stuff right here, they're sponsoring you this year, right?
Armacote is. Armacote, and a big shout out again to Robbie Drawhorn Powertrain Development, Alfano Refinishing, Raging Rooster Catering, Bellinger Signs and Graphics. I hope I didn't leave anybody out.
He actually
Rusty's Medicated Bumper Ointment.
What are they sponsoring? I don't get it. There ain't no race car.
Yeah, no, I ain't seen the race car.
No, what they're sponsoring?
Hey, at least mine's on.
We're like fine wine, son.
I appreciate Hope Mills Oil. They've been making sure
fine wine's eventually going to start.
It gets better with time, baby. Don't worry about it.
Is that what?
I've been waiting on it.
Randy
that
come
stuff
down.
ain't no joke.
No, Randy actually come down because, like I said, we raced Saturday, and I was doing all I can do. And want to thank those folks with Mission 22 and the suicide awareness for the military, inviting us to come down. I mean, it was about military and suicide awareness and all that. But they let us come down with we had the go-kart and your race car, and Randy White had his car down there.
Put us up center stage.
Yeah, and let us
behind the podium
promote and all that stuff. But Randy walked down there as I was trying to wipe the go-kart down, and he broke out this armor coat. And I'm telling you what,
That's
drivers,
he's a salesman.
You need to get you some of this right here. It is straight up melon smelling. I mean, it's good stuff.
That's how you wash your car after a day of racing, and it's not so difficult on you. You don't stay stuck to the car.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's good stuff, though, man. It cleaned it right up. You know, and we did the other week before we had decided to cancel in respect for Mr. Lamb, we had some shout-outs that came in, and I definitely want to get that out for you folks who tapped in. Crystal Page sent in and wanted to send a shout-out for Jordan Taylor that picked up the open-wheel modified in Lakeview Motor Speedway in South Carolina. Lauren Edwards sent in a shout-out for Robbie Drawhorn. Robbie picked him one up, man, down at Fayetteville Motorsports Park. Jesse Hunter sent in a shout-out to Glenn Register in the U-Car. The one at first win at Fayetteville Motor Speedway. Josh Parrish sent a shout out to Jonathan Corgi out at in the Charger Division Southern National. Ashley Nicole sent out one for Zach Blackwell in the late model Fayetteville Motor Speedway. Mike Allred sent a shout out to Caleb Allred in the Junior Champ, and Aiden Allred in Junior 1 and Junior 2 down at Coal Ridge and Speedway in North Carolina. JT Seals sent out a shout out to Richard Seals, who won a U-Car feature down at Lakeview. Davis Harrelson Fuzzy sent out a shout out to Johnny Moore, who won the Super Street at Lakeview on a Friday night. And Andrew Albertson sends a shout out to Austin Rodens down at Lakeview, Sumter on that Saturday night, as I think I screwed that up, but it's all good. So, big thank you guys who are tapping into the Facebook page whenever we're doing that stuff.
Speaking of Sumter, my buddy Ben McCall's going to make his 305
I'm ready
sprint
for
car
that, yeah.
debut this weekend at Sumter. The Autism Sprint is going to put it on him down there, I believe.
That'd be,
rooting for him. A local sprint car driver.
They're a really good family, Bo. I always like to talk to the McCalls and Jody and all them guys. Really great people.
Jody's got him ready to ride, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
They've been building that car for a little while. Yeah. It's been running.
They've done it right.
They went all the way through it, too. I mean, there was
done
no
it right.
bolt left unturned. It looks good, too, man. We actually, providing them the graphics put on that one. It really looks good. Does a lot for autism as well.
That's extra horsepower right there.
Elmer Shank sent out a shout-out to Bloomer winning down at Port Royal, Pennsylvania. And Chad Sexton sent a shout-out to Hollywood and said he needs a wrap on his mud truck.
Awesome. We can do it.
Yeah. I've been supposed to tell you to call him for like the past 6 months.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, no problem, man. But at this time, ladies and gentlemen, it is the open hour. If anybody would like to call in on the phone lines, talk about anything. It doesn't matter. I mean, racing, of course. But we'd love to talk to you if you put in a win or you got a big race coming up next week or you'd like to promote your sponsor or anything. What's that phone number there, AJ?
910-321-8299. 910-321-8299.
We'd like to actually talk to the McCalls. Y'all give us a call, man. Let's see what your plans are as you get ready to roll down there to Sumter. We'd love to talk to you guys. And as AJ said, I can't remember the phone number. But
910-321-8299.
321-82.
321-8299.
Yeah, 321-8299. Give us a call, and we'd love to talk to you tonight on any subject. If we've been talking about it or you'd like to bring it up to us, definitely let us know. While we're doing that or waiting for a phone call to come in, Friday the 27th, the Fayetteville Cumberland Crime Stoppers is going to be having their barbecue plate sale right there on Rayford Road, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Go down and see those guys. They'll get you hooked up. The Dogwood Festival, man, I'm going to tell you what, it's going to be crazy this weekend. Got a lot of awesome stuff coming up. They got Coolio coming in the house. Rob Bass.
He should have waited for the Apple Chill.
Been spending most of my life.
Yeah, that's what he's going to be for the Apple Chill.
And Rob Bass, man. It takes two to make a thing go right. It takes two to make it outside. That's some of your stuff, ain't it? Yeah. That's back when Felicia was doing it big. Felicia and Joe.
Skating ring back in the day.
Yeah, riding around in the Monza. I remember those days, brown Monza with the sunroof on it. Yep.
And then turn around the next night, what, Jackal?
Yeah.
Oh, my Lord.
Jackal's coming up Thursday night, if I ain't mistaken.
Does he still play the
chainsaw deal?
And stuff? Yeah.
And then they got Rodney Atkins and Young MC and all kinds of, both the food trucks down there are off the chain.
Trucks are going to be
if
insane.
you're a foodie, go down and check out that this weekend,
Every
man. You
year
can
the
get
truck's been on point.
all kinds of anything. Yeah. Crab sandwiches.
Anything you want, it's down there.
What's the number again?
I'm sure they deep fry just about anything.
We got a phone call. Hello, Shine Runners Racing Radio. Who we got on the line?
Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How about you?
This sounds like TT.
No, I'm calling. For the big booty contest.
Oh, that's at the Apple Chill. Y'all ain't running down there May the 5th at Fayetteville Motorsports Park?
Yeah, I'm going to be there. My ass didn't get this wide from not eating.
Oh shoot! So we're gonna have to get in contact.
I think old Willie's already got you pre-registered for that one.
Yeah,
he's probably already down there.
Tell AJ I need some T-shirts.
Need some T-shirts.
We can hook you up.
But they got to be wide.
For the Apple Chill.
With the Apple Chill.
And make sure you wear your apple bottom jeans.
Yeah.
And the boots with
the boots with the fur, yeah.
So is Robbie ready to go? Y'all guys just the NHRA Division 2 run down there again this weekend, right?
Yes.
That's good, man. Good.
Full
Definitely wishing you guys luck.
Are you doing flashcards on the way down there with him? Red, green, yellow.
Well, what y'all don't know, because I'm not there tonight, he did lose last Saturday with a red light.
Oh, Robbie.
Come on.
Red Robbie.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get Blaze over there with his flashcards, and we're going to start working on colors with Robbie.
Yeah, let's plan on that next Wednesday night.
Now, is he colorblind?
I'm beginning to wonder.
How about Reiners? He ready to go?
He can't decide when he's leaving. He said he would be there before the last qualifying run.
Right. He's leading the points, ain't he?
He was up until I think where did Lamb win at? Okay, another guy took the lead last weekend.
But he's still got a chance. I mean, he's the game.
Oh yeah, it's early on.
Chip was telling me, I think all the racing, he came by here today, and he said the next weekend he'll have off from racing is after Thanksgiving.
He said what?
He said the next weekend he'll have off from racing is the week after Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
What kind of he does bracket racing? I mean, he does all kinds of racing though, right?
He does. He runs stock in the NHRA. Robbie runs super stock, and then they both bracket race. It's just Robbie runs foot brake and Chip runs super pro.
I got you.
So are y'all actually going to be down at Apple Chill? Because that might be something I want to check out.
I might have to get the whole Shine crew up there.
I got to check into this contest. If you said $1,000, I might have to be there.
$1,000 big old booty contest, and it's Young Black is the guy that's performing. Something about I don't know. You can twerk. I don't know how to twerk or something like. I couldn't quite get all he was saying, but I don't know. Hey, we used to do it. I used to do the big booty contest down there when I was DJing.
You performed?
No. Well, no.
Well.
Back when Dynamite
Did
Dan
you
and
twerk?
Shaw used to run it. No, that was back before, we didn't even have cell phones back then, much less twerking. There ain't nobody know what that was. I mean, we were doing Tootsie Roll back in those days. It was a little bit. It was a little bit more
YMCA?
PG. Yeah, a little more PG. I mean, it went from Tootsie Rolling to Tide Podding and twerking and whatever. You know what I'm saying?
I hate to tell you that Apple Chill ain't gonna be no PG whatsoever.
Oh no, I'm already. I've been reading. I watched a video on it, and I was like, yeah, I better stay out of there.
Yeah.
But it looks fun. I mean, if you're
It's entertainment.
If you're a good timing guy, I guarantee you, it'll be fun.
Oh yeah, if they have good weather, it'll be packed, man. It's entertainment.
And Kai Kelly gonna be down there, so y'all be all
He
right.
was I think he went to Fayetteville last Friday night, and then he went to Jacksonville Saturday, and I think he messed up something Saturday because he was supposed to come back to Fayetteville Sunday and couldn't.
Yeah.
Well, you keep us posted on what's going on down there, and tell Robbie to make sure he looks at every green light on the way down there really hard.
Robbie, AJ said look at every green light on the way down here real hard. And AJ, tell them to quit picking on you because I can tell them firsthand that there's something coming together.
Oh, I know. I
You
try to
better
tell
find
them
a driver
they won't listen. They won't listen. They won't listen.
But you ain't want to race yet at nowhere? You ain't want to race in nothing yet?
Yeah, I
He won races in go-karts.
Go-karts?
I ain't seen him in Victory Lane at Fayetteville yet, so I'm still waiting.
I mean, I'm not going to talk. I have yet,
Well,
I have yet to
time
hit a
that
finish.
Joker was at Fayetteville, he ended up wrecking half the damn field. That one car ended up in the fence, and then,
They're laying on top of each other out there?
He was in that wreck.
No.
It's on YouTube. Go watch it.
No, I was not in that wreck.
I haven't been
actually
on
drove
Victory
through
Lane
that
yet,
wreck.
so I don't know what it feels like.
I look like Cole Trickle coming through.
I'll
the
stand up
third
for you
and
for
fourth
that.
That's because he was an hour and a half behind everybody at wreck.
Yeah, you can go find that on my YouTube page. It's actually on there. I was threading the needle through there.
Hey,
but.
hopefully I can get my first win down at Lakeview this weekend.
All right,
Y'all be
TT.
careful tonight.
Y'all,
We'll see
y'all
you.
be safe.
All right, thanks.
See you, babe.
Bye.
Good luck to them,
Rooster,
man.
they asking you if you can twerk, bro.
Bo, I don't even know how to begin.
He might hurt himself. Okay, we was talking about that out there at that Mission 22. We were in front of True Fit Gym, and he was wondering if he needed to just walk in and get him a nice little application.
Real quick, I saw Ben McCall sign on a while ago. Ben, if you're watching still, or Jody is one, y'all call in. We want to talk to you about your race coming up.
They asked what the number was.
Yeah, 910-321-8299. I'll put it right down here in the comments. And call in because we want to talk to you about your first sprint car race.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I missed the number. Hold on.
While he's getting that punched in, back to
It's
talking about
always
the
one.
Dogwood.
What
Go down
you
and check
do?
that out, man. A lot of cool stuff going on down there this weekend. And also Sunday. Put it in your books. I can't wait, ladies and gentlemen. Sunday, April 29th at Vander Civic Park. Miss Felicia, it's finally coming to home. This has been something that Felicia and myself have been talking about, and my dad and everybody for a long time. And it's the good old Days of Dirt Racing Family Picnic. Starts at 2 p.m., goes to 5 p.m. We just ask people to bring a covered dish and a bag chair. We're going to have a live DJ there. We're going to have a microphone to hear stories of the good old days back of racing. And, I'm going to be 100% frank and honest with you, AJ. We've been going through the 84, 85, 86, 87, 89, 90 books that Keith Smith put out. And probably, what would you say, Dad, about
25, you said?
40% have passed away already. And it's sad to hear. we should have did this 10 years ago. But we've had a lot of our drivers that really paved the way for what's going on at Fayetteville Motor Speedway and, what was going on at Dublin and Lakeview and stuff like that. But a lot of these folks have went on to be with the Lord, and that's what this is all about. It's not about a day to shine. It's a day to come on down, bring your family, and hang out. Look, I can't wait to hang out with Chris Blackwell.
We might learn something while we're there listening to all them guys.
I want to know, are they going to have a daggone little grass racetrack for the kids to run, and is Marion going to have to stop watching his clipboard?
If Marion House is there, he'll have a foot race. Yeah.
I talked to Archie Adams the other day. He's 77 years old and still racing.
Oh, cool. And Carl Smith, 74? 74, 75, he's still racing. And you talked to Carl and Jay, and they're talking about coming. They said Steve Odom's coming, Robert and Reynolds Hester's coming, Irvin Rigsby's coming, Curtis Edwards is coming. So, we've got a lot of folks. You're coming. Hopefully Gerald Wood's going to be there. He said he'd love to be there. Hopefully the Blackwells will show up too. And, I've sent word per messenger to your daddy.
I got it. Yeah, I got to tell him. I'm terrible.
But man, this is something that we can all, even at our age, and we're racing, or I'm watching racing, you're racing.
It'd be cool if anybody had some videos that they could bring.
Yeah.
Because I don't know where they're at, but we used to have some VHS tape, and I don't know how they raced in Fayetteville back in the day. Because I got to be honest with you, it looked pitch black out there. I think the infield was lit up more than the racetrack, and they used to have the string that went from the turn 4 fence across, and it won't like LED. Yeah, it was light bulbs.
Light bulbs
that was painted.
Yeah, yeah,
I remember that.
So the good old days of dirt, man, and that's what it's. We're asking everybody to bring a cover dish and bring a bag chair. Nightmare Motorsports has got 200 hot dogs coming, and
bringing red velvet
we've
brownies.
got red velvet truffle brownies coming from the Jinx compound. Got all kinds. Mom's got her favorite Rockingham brownies coming. Sweet tea, and it's just, I'm telling you, it's going to be a great day. If you've got pictures that you can bring those photo albums. Let's share with each other.
Is anybody a part of the old big rigs that used to race at Fayetteville?
Yeah.
We're going to have one. I want to talk to that people.
We're going to get Frank Averett down there.
That looked like some good time.
Have you heard, how's Frankie doing? Didn't he get hit down at Cherokee?
Yeah, he's doing good. I talked to him. He was at the race this weekend. He said he felt a little bit sore and all that, and he was good to go.
That was bad, man. I watched the video on that whole thing.
Pretty good race.
He said
keep your. You know what people don't realize, man. These are machines out there on these tracks. Keep your eyes peeled, because never turn your back on something that with all that horsepower, because you never know when it's coming. Where that was a safety fence and a safety rail and everything else, and it just straight glid through there, man. It was taking folks
that
out.
go wrong before you know it, man.
Yeah,
you don't realize how fast they're going. When I was taking some video the other week, I think it was the first race at Fayetteville or something, and I was able to get kind of close where I could. They're rolling, Jack, when they come through them corners. Even down at when I was at Dublin last year. I mean, hey, get you a little. Get you a little.
Richard Allen Seal said he won a few of them foot races.
Yeah.
Jim the Jeep Man's coming.
Oh,
I
good.
talked with Eddie Pollard the other day, and Eddie went out and did some footwork for us, and he said
he's been doing 25 years, by the way, this year.
Yeah.
Jim the Jeep Man.
I bet that thing's got 900 million miles on it.
Man, that's probably not even the same Jeep. It's just the bodies might be the same.
I don't know. You'd see him coming back. It'd be raining. He got some frog togs on just riding out. He don't ever.
I'm gonna have to get a bigger trailer. We can help him get home sometime.
Yeah.
Go.
Yeah, Chad. I've been to 311.
But we had.
Hello, you're on Shine Runners Racing Radio. Who we got on the phone?
This is Jody Rooster. What you up to, man?
Hey, dude.
How y'all doing?
Oh, doing good, dude. Out here in the shop, wrenching on the car.
I hear you. Sounds like fun.
Bo, you got a lot of exciting stuff going on, man. Tell us what all is in store for this weekend. We're all waiting on this first run, man.
Well, we're going to take Ben down to Sumter in South Carolina and let him make his, I reckon, his 305 debut. I reckon is what we're going to call it. We unveiled the car 2 weeks ago and got a really good response off of it, so we're going to see what he can do in a race now.
Awesome, man. And it was a really nice car, man. You did a heck of a job. That thing is sharp, man. And now Ben got to turn some laps at Sumter last year in someone else's car, right?
Yes, sir. He, well, a buddy of ours that had seen him drive wanted him to try it, and he went down there and turned probably 20 laps or so. Done real good in it. I mean, impressed a lot of people.
Yeah, man. And y'all have Panasonic scanners come on board this year.
Yes,
big
sir.
sponsor, going to allow y'all to run a lot of races. Tell us how that all came about.
Well, it was honestly just a chance meeting. I mean, met the right person at the right time and told them what we done, and they liked the sound of it. And we're going to start out as just a wrap sponsor on the car, somebody to help us wrap the car. And before I knew it, they had stepped up, and they've got us racing 3 different states, 2 different series. I mean, really going to make a nice season out of it.
Yeah, man. And I think you were telling me that because with y'all doing the autism sprint and stuff, when you would go to the tracks, one of the things that it helps out the most when the kids are out there is having the noise canceling headphones, correct?
Yes, sir. We hadn't got them yet, but they're supposed to be on the way. One thing that's going to be really cool is having Panasonic as a sponsor. They do make a noise canceling headphones, and we're going to have some that we can loan out to the kids. You've got a special needs child that like to go to the races. You don't have the funds to buy a nice set of headphones so that he can enjoy it. If you'll get with us, we'll make sure that he's got a set of headphones and let you use them during the race.
That's an awesome thing, man. You do so much for autism and autism awareness, man. And I hate we weren't able to be there the other weekend when you unveiled the car. I didn't even realize we had opening day at baseball, but I was definitely watching when you pulled the sheet off, man. And I think everybody is really excited about this weekend.
Oh, well, we are. It's going a lot of work and hey, blood, sweat, and tears. You know how that goes, but it'll all be worth it when we send him out on the track this weekend.
That's what it's all
That's
about.
right. Well, cool, man. Well, we appreciate you calling in. I know you're busy working on the car and got to get back there. Got a lot of stuff to do, but thank you for calling in and thank you for what you do.
Well, thank y'all for everything y'all do, dude. We couldn't do what we do without people like y'all out there helping us spread the word, man.
Awesome, man. All right, buddy. Well, tell Ben we said good luck.
Will do.
Thank you.
All right, brother.
All right, y'all have a good one.
You too.
And Tina popping in on. I just want to send out a big happy birthday, and we said it a little bit earlier, but definitely want you to hear it. Miss Tina Brinkley, AKA Baby Girl, having her birthday.
Wow.
We love them, man. Tina and Jimmy.
Mm-hmm.
They sent out the a party without a cake is just a meeting.
Right.
Deal.
That's yeah.
But we were talking about earlier, man, some of the folks, that's going to be coming down this weekend, this Sunday, 2 to 5, man. Come check us out right there at Vander Civic Park. And a lot of people don't have Facebook, so if you know somebody that drove or made up those days of dirt, give us a call or give them a call and tell them about it, man, because we'd definitely love to have it. Bring down, if you have a photo album, bring a photo album. If you single pictures, we'd love to see some of those drivers. And Dad, we gonna get Uncle Frank Averett down there? He's coming, one way or another. Frank Averett is coming, and he's one of the guys that swipe paint with Dale Earnhardt and a lot of them early boys. What's the gentleman's name? Good gracious, the first African American gentleman that
Wendell Scott.
Wendell Scott. He swapped paint with him down at Fayetteville too, and
That was got a lot of history. I mean,
he was telling me a lot of those stories, man. So that's cool stuff, Bo. Growing up in those days, and I can still remember peeing on Dad's hood. A lot of good times, man. A lot of good times. What do you say we get Mama Swan over here?
Yeah.
And let's sing some happy birthday.
Absolutely.
Right
Let's
quick
do it.
before we get ready to get up out of here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. We'll get Mama Swan in the house.
What are we doing over there? Signing an autograph for yourself?
To
bud?
himself. There ain't nobody else in line ready to get one.
Yeah, really ain't.
Come on up in here front and center.
You better
there.
get used to it when he's sitting up there at the mall.
All right, y'all. We got you. We got you a cake here. So, are y'all ready? Here we go. Happy birthday to you. Join in. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mama Swan, Todd Bell, Travis Shell, Tina Brinkley, Felicia Swan, Dustin Watkins. Happy birthday to you. Awesome, man. Good stuff. Well, we're going to conclude right here tonight, man. We're going to go get us some cake, man. But big thanks, Jinx, coming down. Huge thanks to Jersey Mike's for the subs tonight. Also, Beer Nuts, man. There was some great beer. I hope they send more.
Yeah, the Cantina mix is real good.
Beer Nuts brand
Not too many
snacks.
more.
Get you some. For everybody here in the house, Temple Mechanical, Raging Rooster Catering, A1 Portable Toilets, A1 Landscaping, Lot Clear, and Bellinger Signs and Graphics, Redline Speed Shop, Fast Tracks Mud Bog, C&M Pressure Washing. Hollywood, take us out of here, brother.
We out of here.